Transfer portal update, and this one's been, I've been waiting on this one for a while, okay? Jacurri Brown jumps in the transfer portal. This is the Miami quarterback. He's been there for a long time. Jake Garcia showed up. He already left, went to Missouri, ended up at ECU. Quarterbacks keep coming in the transfer portal. They keep signing guys, Reese Poffenbarger and all these other dudes, obviously Cam Ward. But when you look at Miami and you go read all the press conferences and all the interviews, it's really clear. Jacurri Brown said, loyalty is everything. So this young man stayed in the program for as long as he could until he realized they're never going to play me. They're never going to give me a starting job. And I remember watching Jacurri Brown in high school. Okay, he was a 6'4" sophomore. First time I ever saw him. State title game. They were the number one team in the state. He played at Lowndes County, and they were in the championship game against Marietta. And people didn't understand. Marietta, I believe, was the 5th seed that year. And Marietta shows up, or the number 5 team in the state, not the 5th seed. There's only top 4 seeds in every section, but every region. But the point is Marietta shows up with an all-time great team. Harrison Bailey at quarterback, Kamani Vidal at running back, Eric Gilbert at tight end, superstar, had over 100 yards receiving that game. BJ Ojolari on the defensive line. Just the most loaded team you'll ever see. The receivers were great. And Jacurri Brown ends up, he's only a sophomore at the time, but he's leading his team on this great season. And he ends up throwing an interception in the 4th quarter, and it seals the game. He threw it to Peter Warrick Jr., by the way. Incredible game. And it was my introduction to Jacurri Brown. And for the next 2 years, he was dominant in high school football. So you saw him going to Miami, and it made sense. Staying at Miami this long and realizing they keep going to the transfer portal for starting quarterbacks, that part didn't make sense. I thought he should have departed earlier, like last year. I really do. I don't care. I'm an advocate for getting the hell out of there and going and having a Hall of Fame career at the Group of 5 level. Go play somewhere else. So now the young man, I believe he has 2 years of eligibility left. What do we do? What do we do? I think he should go to a team like FIU, FAU, FAMU. Be realistic about your next landing spot. Don't go to South Florida and compete with Brown or with Byron Brown, right? Like, don't go to the wrong school where you're not going to get a shot. Go to Troy. I bet Troy would love to have you. They got a good quarterback. They got a good backup quarterback, I'm sure. I remember. How about UAB? Georgia State, Georgia Southern. Like, there's competition out there, but I want him to be realistic. I want him to get on the field, man. He's such a joy to watch. This is a good quarterback. So congratulations to him. I'd be curious to see where he ends up. But I've seen so many of these young men make poor decisions when they get in the portal like this, and they don't go to the right school. And when I say the right school, they don't go to a school where there's an opportunity to start. We don't rotate quarterbacks. We only start one. So where do you want to go? Do you want to go to a major program and be a backup? There's some guys who do that. I want to see you on the field, man. I hope he makes the right decision. I hope the right people are advising him. Good kid, always been a stud. And it's just been a waste of a college career. And there's a lot of guys from Georgia in that time frame that just have not panned out. Cody Brown, running back, out of Parkview, been all over the world and back again, in the portal again. It's just guys that just didn't pan out. And I think it's poor decision making. So hell-bent on playing in the ACC, playing in the SEC. They don't understand there's other levels to this, and they could definitely see the field and play. They're just wasting away their college career, doing absolutely nothing with it. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows.